Naoya Inoue, if you don't already know, dispatched of tough Australian Jason Moloney over the weekend. Inoue continues his dominant, destructive reign as the WBA, IBF and Ring Bantamweight World Champion. But all that has already been said, so the question is, how did he do it? The extremely oversimplified answer is that he is way too good and possesses many gifts not many fighters can claim to have. But that answer does not do justice to either the brilliance of Naoya Inoue or the heart of Jason Moloney. So let's get into the analysis of how Inoue defeated Moloney and why the man coined the monster is a very special fighter. Just a quick note before we get into the breakdown, I cannot use footage from the actual fight due to copyright, so I'll have to use older footage from each fighter during the analysis. Okay, let's get into it. The first round for me is one of complete foreshadowing, where you can immediately see the strengths and flaws of each fighter. Moloney did a couple things right in this round. Occasionally he would be the one initiating exchanges and being the aggressor. There is a point where Moloney gets into the inside of Inoue. Inoue would reply with a nice quick left hook to the advancing Aussie, with Jason getting back by pushing Inoue onto the ropes, throwing a big chopping right hand and a body shot in the clinch. Another exchange, Inoue throws a quick 1-2 before being countered by a left hook from Moloney late in round 1. So why do I highlight these two exchanges that Moloney got the best of in a fight dominated by Inoue? It wasn't like these exchanges won him the round or anything. The reason why I highlight this is because Moloney's biggest highlights in the fight against Inoue was when he was able to be on Inoue's chest using his size in his favour, crowding the Japanese man. This is also highlighted when Moloney being on the inside causes Inoue to immediately put his guard up high and then wait for a bit of space before retaliating. He was landing some good shots on the inside when he was there, but then Inoue would move away and Moloney didn't do much to resist. But this is where the foreshadowing and Moloney's major downfall started. Inoue had complete control of the pace and distance of the fight. If he didn't want an exchange, he didn't have to, he could move around. If he wanted to, he could come in with quick punches or he can stay on the outside. It was all up to him. Even if we all agree Moloney's best moments in the fight came from the inside, we are talking about getting close to one of the most impressive and skillful mid-distance boxers of a generation. Moloney started to second guess himself before making a move to the inside due to the overwhelming speed and power Inoue possesses. In the process of this second guessing, Moloney would either continue to rotate to the rear hand of Inoue or rest just outside of the distance, moving towards Inoue's lead. In doing this constant moving to the cocked right hand of Inoue, he was using a substantial amount of energy in comparison to Inoue, who would only make short, quick adjustments before an explosive movement. Inoue didn't really need to expend any unnecessary energy due to his control of range and the whole fight in general. What made this more apparent is when Inoue dropped his hands and almost walked straight up to Moloney with absolutely no respect for the Australian, with the latter deciding to retreat rather than engage. That one decision or moment, you could say, is a huge indicator for many things, such as Moloney's dipping self-confidence, how Inoue was becoming increasingly comfortable in that environment, and Inoue's complete and utter control of the bout. As the fight wore on, Moloney began to throw single or double jabs with no real malice behind them. These jabs were being thrown for no reason other than Moloney throwing them for the sake of throwing. This created huge openings for Inoue, and meaning that the Australian would be right in the firing line for either a right hand bomb or a quick left hook, both of which would land to tremendous effect. This is highlighted in round 6 where Moloney looked a bit fatigued, which is to be expected. He moved to his right and threw 2 jabs which had nothing behind them before one of the most beautiful counter hooks landed right on the mark. It was even more crazy that Inoue was able to throw that hook so quickly and with devastating power when it was shot on the inside of Moloney's jab, rather than coming over the top or on the outside of the jab. But after being hit with that absolute bomb, Moloney dusted himself off and got up. However, he was very hurt and continued to retreat for the rest of the round. However, in the next round, Moloney attacked, once again stepping in with 2 lackluster jabs before being countered by a monster right hand, ending Jason Moloney's night early. Moloney walked straight into that right hand and the signs were showing all night. But let's be fair, I don't think many fighters in history would have gotten up from that monster right hand from Inoue. So in conclusion, Moloney showed heart, grit and determination. That's all you can really ask when you come up against a fighter with the quality of Inoue. And Inoue, alongside Alexander Usyk, is my favourite modern day fighter around due to the fact he has that championship mentality and being technically superb. Inoue just showed the world again why he deserves his place at the top of the boxing world. His power, insanely quick hands, distancing, composure are a sight to behold, and I can't wait to watch more. So if you got to this point in the video, consider subscribing and leave a comment below what you thought of Inoue's sensational performance. I hope you will join me for the next one. Bye.